6 hours and 6 days, 22 hours and 22 minutes till the NFL draft starts. We're under a week away. It's finally here. Thursday, April 17th. How long does the first round take? It takes like 3 hours or so,
Yeah, it's
right?
about a 3-hour process. So it starts about 5 o'clock. Then the commissioner comes out and gets booed, by everybody, and then
Like
I
10,
can't
they have 10
remember.
minutes on the clock?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember now.
I think they do. I think they
Yeah.
do. But we already know the number one pick because he was he leaked it on his Fortnite stream when he was playing Fortnite and streaming. He was. Did you hear about this?
No, I didn't.
He was basically I don't know if it was someone he was playing with or someone in his chat. They were just asking him like, "Oh, who are your top four wide receivers in the NFL?" And he's like, Calvin Ridley, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and Treylon Burks. And then who are your top four running backs? And it was like Tajay Spears and Tony Pollard, So it's like, okay. And I think they deleted the stream afterwards. So, which I don't know. It's not who cares if we know?
I think everything after that, though, everybody seems to be for pick 2 and 3. It seems to be Travis Hunter, then Carter.
Yeah, for 2 and 3, you mean?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's probably the NFL not wanting, like, they don't want it spoiled to a certain extent, I guess. But
no,
I don't know. If you're gonna watch it, you're gonna watch it. Like, you're not gonna be like, oh, I know Cam Ward's going 1. I'm not gonna watch the first 10 minutes. Like, you're gonna watch it no matter what. So, in my opinion, but
the best thing I heard today was Rodgers complaining he was on the Pat McAfee show that the Jets flew him out across country, and he got to he's meeting Aaron Glenn and the new general manager, and they asked him if he's going to play, and he says, I don't know, and they go, well, we're moving on. He goes, they could have done that over the phone and blah blah blah. It's like, hey, crybaby, he doesn't sound like a guy. I would find it very hard for the Steelers. Then they showed video of him throwing to DK Metcalf and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like OTA start, and Steelers, aren't they like team first? And are we going to give this guy a pass? And is he going to sign?
That's what I said yesterday. I don't think the Steelers are that team to like wait on their hands and knees for Rodgers to come. Like, it's gonna be, you coming or not, dude. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of almost past that point. It's like better grab Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, grab him, and Skylar Thompson. But we got a lot of the regulars in here. Rip Lips Roberts here, Nick's here, Cheeseheads is always in here. Cheeseheads always trading. I like Cheeseheads. He's always leaving.
Is Horse Guy there?
No, James isn't here. Horse Guy, yeah. James is not here. Usually he's in, but no. Either he's here in the beginning or he doesn't show up, so maybe he'll show up late. Mike's here. Ben says it's a great night for a rookie draft is what he meant to say, I'm pretty sure, unless we're talking about greatest roommates of all time, fictional or real. But yeah, join the rookie draft. We got a link right here. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 6 spots left. So it'd be nice if we can get a couple more spots filled up. We are using landing spots. I left the link to it. It's the same one we used last night. So the 33rd team. It's a 7-round mock draft, so it's nice to have kind of all the names there. And we'll go over some of the landing spots here. And while we wait for a couple more people potentially to hop into that rookie draft. So we got 4 spots remaining. So we're playing in this world. If the NFL draft happens, this is what happens in the NFL draft. This is the 7 rounds of the NFL draft. We got Cam Ward and Travis Hunter, it's kind of chalk. Ashton Genty's a Raider. Shador Sanders is a Saint. Ted McMillan, a Cowboy. Tyler Warren, a Colt. Matthew Golden, a Seahawk. Amarion Hampton, a Bronco. Jackson Dart is a Steeler. Colston Loveland is a Charger. Emeka Ibuka, a Texan. That's the first round there. We'll go through the first 4 rounds and then let you guys look at the rest. Round 2, we got Jalen Milroe as a Giant. Luther Burden, a Titan. Elijah Arroyo, a Jag, mentioned yesterday. It's probably the highest I've seen Elijah Arroyo go. Top 40 draft pick, which is nice to see. Jaden Higgins, also top 40 to the Patriots. Travion Henderson is a Bear. There's a couple golden landing spots for running backs. Broncos, Bears, Steelers, Cowboys. So that's a nice spot for Travion Henderson. Mason Taylor is a Bronco. Jalen Knoll, a Panther. Jack Besh is a Lion. Caleb Johnson, a Commander. Alec Eilmanner, a Chief. And then into the 3rd round, we got Bashal Tutin as a Brown. Trey Harris as a Raider. Kyle Williams as a Jet. Dylan Sampson's a Steeler. Quinshon Judkins, a Packer. Tyler Shuck is a Ram. Gunnar Helm is a Raven. Jalen Royals is a Saint. Kyle McCord is a Brown. Terrence Ferguson's an Eagle. And Savion Williams, a 49er. And Ty Felton, a Ram. And we'll quickly go through the 4th round here. Short 4th round. Torrey Horton is a Patriot. Will Howard is a Raider. Harold Fannin is a Jet. Cam Scattaboo, a Panther. Damian Martinez, a Chief. Isaac Tesla, a Dolphin. And Tez Johnson, a Seahawk. So you guys can check out the rest of it. I mean, some notable names. DJ Giddens to the 49ers in the 5th round. RJ Harvey to the Cowboys in the 5th round. That's their only running back they take in this draft, I believe. And I think that's Devin Neal is an Eagle in the 5th round. So Jaden Blue, a Brown. So, we're going to do a 12-team super flex. We'll go PPR, 1.25 tight end premium. Just kind of a standard tight end premium league there. And we'll start this bad boy up in just a couple of minutes. I think we got all but 3 spots filled. So if anyone out there watching wants to hop in, we're going to start in just 2 minutes so we don't make everyone that's already here wait. So if anyone else wants in, hop on in. Paul says that 1 QB PPR draft, I traded the 106 for Breece Hall. Good deal. I have the 103 and the 109. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think in a super flex league, I would value Breece Hall right around that 105. So in a 1 QB, I think that's even better, right? So
and he's got a couple of picks to work with already.
Yeah, I mean, you got to imagine coming from the Lions, they're going to try and get that run game going for sure. Like especially with Justin Fields, he is their quarterback. So I think that's a good trade, Paul. I think that's a good trade for you. Cheesehead says the 12-team super flex. He just traded Darnold, the 112, and a 26 mid to late first for Kyler Murray. So he traded Darnold and 2 firsts for Kyler Murray. He gives him Murray, Tua, AR, McCarthy, Marvin Harrison Jr., Stack, the Genty. Let's go. Hard work pays off. Yeah, I mean Murray. I think interesting. I feel like you can get him cheaper. Like again, your league better, but 2 late first and Darnold. It's probably pricey, but I think Murray that could pay off for Kyler Murray. Like if he puts it all together, damn it, like that could easily be a steal by the end of the year. So, but anyways, let's get this started, and I'll make the picks. I'll fill in the picks here, and let's just get this bad boy started here. Where are you at? You're at the 108. Is that where you drafted yesterday?
Yeah, same spot. So I got a Dynasty orphan team on May 5th at that spot. So
at the 8th spot. We got Ashton Genty, of course, off the board, and then Cam Ward. Cam Ward fell to the 105 last night.
Ultimate Tiger. Hey, Tigers won tonight. Beat the Royals 6-1.
I think the Tigers and Padres are playing next week.
I think they are in Detroit. I think it is.
Best team in baseball. Get ready to lose.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we see Genty, Ward, and Hampton. That's definitely my top three there. It is a 1.25 tight end premium. Um, man, I'm gonna go ahead and take for team. I'm gonna change it up here. I'm gonna go Colston Loveland as the first tight end. I almost always take Tyler Warren. I'm gonna go Colston Loveland as the first tight end. I think you would go potentially over Tyler Warren. Think about the narrative of Loveland on the Chargers, right? Old college coach reuniting with his old college coach. He going to the Chargers, who made Will freaking Dissly relevant there for a while. Will Dissly, who had never had more than like 35 catches and 300 yards in a season, was relevant last year. Targeted the tight end at a 21% rate. I think people are going to love that landing spot there. And I'm going to go
Yeah,
ahead and take Travis Hunter.
they
I'm going
used.
to go different.
They've had some good tight ends come out of Michigan while Harbaugh was there. They got that Eric All.
Yeah.
I know he came out of Iowa, but he was with Michigan. There's a guy named Jake Butt who was pretty good. There's
Talk
another.
about Michigan tight ends.
Yeah, Michigan tight ends.
AJ Barner.
They're in the NFL. Holy crap!
AJ Barner is the other one.
Yeah,
Travion Henderson and Tet McMillan off the board.
man,
Tyler Warren's a
I
nice
feel like
pick.
I just scored.
Yeah. And I changed it up a bit because I want to see like let's see drafts where maybe someone like a Loveland goes high and a Travis Hunter goes high. Ben says, would you take Puka in the 27th first for the 101? I'd want the Puka side, Ben. I would want the Puka side here. If you're getting the Puka side, I'm all in on that. I value Puka more than the 101. And then, obviously you want a 26 first over a 27 first, but there's a good chance the 27 class is better than the 26 class. Just kind of speculating
Man,
1 to 2 years out, but
that's pushing it. Yeah.
no, but I mean, you would trade the 101 for Puka, right? I mean, would you not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would pretty easily do that. But the 101's in the range of guys like in a non-tight end premium, Brock Bowers, Herbert, like we got to treat Puka like what he is, kind of that, Jamar Chase, Jefferson, Lamb, and then the next tier down of guys like Neighbors, Amon Ra, BTJ, So, yeah, I would take the Puka side there. And Nick agrees, I believe, if he's saying yes to the Puka side. Don't Trip joined and maybe something happened here, but looks like he's gonna get auto picked here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pick for him. Ted McMillan already went. We'll go ahead and take Travion Henderson, man. Did he fall? Oh no, he already went. Okay. Let's go with all right, we'll just take Caleb here. Caleb here for him, and then Shador Sanders at the quarterback position here. And then I'll go ahead and just grab I'll grab Matthew Golden here. Seen Emeka Ibuka kind of going higher recently, going at the 109. Some people commented.
I've seen that too, like a Raider pick, or no, I don't know. It was
Nope.
Was it Carolina or somebody? I don't know.
Oh, sorry, Nick. I didn't realize that was you. Hopefully you wanted Caleb Johnson. There. But we got you on the next one. You'll have your second pick. Now that I know it's you, Nick. And then we see Quinshawn Judkins off the board there. Where did Quinshawn Judkins go? He went to the Packers. That's it. Man, Packers round 3, like that's really gonna mess up some people there. Like a lot of people like Quinshawn Judkins. He goes to the Packers round 3, like what is he gonna do year 1? Nothing? I don't know. Do you think he does anything year 1 with Josh Jacobs there?
Yeah, I don't know. I think 500 yards or something on a. Guess what?
Yeah. I went back and looked at sorry, I'm just updating guys that were taken. I went back and I went back and looked at basically every running back. I need to make a pick here for these guys. Every running back that was taken in the first, second, maybe even third round. I can't remember. I think it was day 1 or day 2 picks. So first, second, or third round. Running backs that were drafted by teams where there was already an established running back, and no one did anything. And this was all the way back to 2010. I'm talking about nothing. I think the best running back was Javonte Williams year 1 when Melvin Gordon was on the Broncos. And you can argue at that point, was Melvin Gordon an established running back or whatever, right? So
yeah, didn't they split right down
exactly down the middle? Yeah.
Yeah. Carries and stuff.
And we've seen it the last couple of years. Zach Charbonnet on Seattle. Trey Benson last year, Blake Corum last year. We see it. So couldn't pass up on Burden at the 203. Yeah, that's really good value for Burden there. Really, really good value for Luther Burden on the Titans too. You pair him with Cam Ward, it's a pretty good landing spot. No worries, Nick. I'll let it. Even if it goes to auto pick, I think you should be able to still make a pick. I just didn't realize if you were there, it didn't show your little green dot. That's because you were switching, from your phone and stuff like that. So I'll make sure not to do the pick for you this time. But yeah, there's Burden at the 203 is pretty damn nice. Pretty damn nice. I mean, geez, wasn't that long ago we're talking about him as the potential wide receiver 1 in this draft class. You see Jalen Knoll off the board. Knoll goes to the Panthers, 57th overall. Yeah, this is it's gonna be fun. I can't wait till next week. Can't wait. And I am gonna be live Thursday and Friday. I'll be able to be live Thursday, Friday, and then Sunday evening after all is said and done. You see Jalen Milroe off the board. Good pick there. I mean, 34th overall to the G-Men. Nice. Nick's all set up. But yeah, no news, huh? No draft news or.
Well, you know what's going to come out next week is this guy failed a drug test and
something happening. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's beating his girlfriend, or.
Yeah, or a video of the gas mask.
The old gas mask video. That was Laramie Tunsil, wasn't it? He's the left tackle. Where's he at now? They traded him.
I think he's on the Commanders. He's a good tackle.
Yeah, he is.
He fell too, because he was talked about as top 3 pick or something. He fell to the was it the Dolphins or the Texans?
Yeah, I think he ended up with the Dolphins, and I don't think he fell far, but I think he did.
He did fall, yeah.
That's kind of cruel, that stuff that stuff just comes out, and then there's people. I wonder if it comes out from other players or other agents to make a guy fall so they can bump their guy up. Or,
I mean, if whatever team drafted him, don't you have incentive to potentially do that and be like, hey, we want him,
what, make him drop and
yeah, and then take him.
Get him. Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know if the team's actually going through that or not, but
I don't know.
It was very strange because it happened an hour or two before the draft.
Yeah, it was that day. It was draft day. It was in the afternoon, and Adam Scheffner's on, blah, 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 blah,
I'm going to go ahead and take Jack Besh here at the 212. I'm going to pause the draft real quick. We're going to talk about some of your favorite picks of the first couple of rounds, guys. Kevin's saying he's stacking up second rounders for these reasons, and I agree with him. I've been telling people to get those early second round picks if you can, because look at the guys that are falling: Dylan Sampson, Luther Burden, Jackson Dart, who was a first round pick at the quarterback position, Elijah Arroyo in a tight end premium league who's top 40. But you can't argue one over the who are you gonna say? Anyone that drops there, you're gonna say that, um, anyone that drops there, is going to be, someone that you're excited about. So, where do we think Milroe would go if he's picked in the first round?
Oh my!
I mean, with his rushing ability,
Yeah,
I would. If there's 4 quarterbacks, Sanders, Dart, and let's just say the top 4 quarterbacks go in the first round, I would potentially take Milroe second after Ward because of the rushing ability. So mid to late first.
Yeah, that just hearing the Rodgers crap on McAfee makes me the Steelers are probably going to draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
So
seems like it.
Yes, it certainly seems like it. And do they, and who it is, and what position? I mean, if they think Jackson Dart's any good, he would probably go at 21.
Yeah.
Which is their pick.
That's what they
Milroe, maybe they'd wait to the second round, and I don't know about the other guys like Kyle McCord and Shutt and those guys.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if they're gonna need one, it's like go early.
Yeah, absolutely. Took Jack Besh at the 212. Did you know that him, BTJ, and Malik Neighbors were all freshmen in 2021 at LSU, and Jack Besh out targeted him and outproduced them that year.
So you said Neighbors, and who was the other guy?
Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. and Besh were all rookies or freshmen at LSU 2021.
Yeah,
and
interesting.
And Besh and Trey Palmer was there, and Kayshon Boutte. Kayshon Boutte was actually their leading receiver. It wasn't a good year for LSU in terms of passing and stuff, or offensively, I don't think. But they were 6-7 that year. But yeah, Besh outproduced Neighbors and BTJ. So just kind of interesting thought there. Or interesting there.
Where did he play last year? TCU?
Yeah, Besh is at TCU. He played 2 years at LSU, 2 years at TCU. So didn't really do anything until last year. His best year before that was that freshman year at LSU, just under 500 yards. Nick, we're on StreamYard right now, so I can't really do that, unfortunately. I'm not using a software where I can kind of put that on the screen easily. So sorry about that. But again, if you time out, auto pick is off right now, so you should still be able to make your pick even if your timer runs out on your pick. So I'll go ahead and draft Mason Taylor here. Goes 51st overall to the Broncos. Really like that. Not worried about Evan Ingram too much. I mean, maybe year 1, but not too worried about him.
I think Sean Payton would figure out how to get him in. I mean, there's room for 2 tight ends,
Yeah, absolutely. This is also why I like rookie drafts right after the NFL draft. Yeah, for sure. There's definitely some people like them right after the NFL draft. Some people like to wait a couple of weeks. I think right after the NFL draft, like the Sunday after or something, it gives the advantage to the people that have been paying attention for a while. So it kind of depends on the league you play in and stuff like that, to be honest. But Marvin's here. He says he's hoping to throw 26 seconds to someone desperate to sell a late first. It'll be the next one if we have one. probably just going to leave it to 1 tonight. Got some things to do after, unfortunately. But we're going to be live. I'm going to try and go live Monday. We're going to be live. So here's the schedule for next week. I'm going to try to go live at basically every night next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday after the draft, Friday after rounds 2 and 3, nothing Saturday, and then Sunday evening after everything. So I'm going to try and go live every day next week, doing a rookie draft, just because people, it's going to be draft week. People are going to be excited. So, and so, yeah, I want to do that different times next week. So if anyone's new and if anyone is new and to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We are inching closer to 1,230 subscribers, and also join the Discord. We're doing a giveaway. After the first round of the NFL draft, we're going to go live, like I mentioned. We're going to draw a name, and that whoever's name we draw is going to win a free team review. So all you have to do is literally get into the Discord, go down to the content release section. There's a giveaway section under it, and just type hello, hi. I think we have 20 people entered, so you have pretty good odds. And honestly, like I mentioned, we're all going to be excited. We're all going to be probably have a couple beers in me and be like, let's give away more than one. So all you have to do is join the Discord. I left a link here. It's free, and yeah, just join it and just say hello, hi, whatever you want, a GIF, and you are entered. So I'm hoping we see some trades before the next mock. Yeah, you mean like NFL trades, right? Like real NFL teams trading. Yeah, that would be nice. Didn't you mention something about that, Dad? Like that there was no trades. The first time there's been no trades of draft picks.
Yeah, I guess
pre-draft or something.
Yeah, that came out a couple weeks ago that like nothing's happened. This is kind of first time in a number of years. No pre-draft movement. People trying to move up or selling their next 2 years worth of draft picks to. That kind of tells you. I don't know. Kind of tells you the quarterback situation isn't great.
Yeah.
Cam Ward was he was kind of a nobody last year. You talk about, it's projected maybe not a great quarterback year next year, and some guys just come out of the weeds,
Yeah, Cam Ward was one of those guys that was always like you saw the potential, but you never kind of put it together at Washington State. So, Nick, if you're there, let me know. If not, I'll give you a few more, 30 more seconds or so to make that pick. But up by 20 says traded T. Higgins for Michael Pittman and 2 27 firsts on a contender, 12 by 11. Traded Higgins for Pittman and 2. I mean, getting 2 firsts for Higgins is probably your max you're going to get for him, right? Plus, you're getting Michael Pittman in a 12 by 11, a little bit deeper of a roster where Pittman potentially, you should still be able to make your pick there, Nick. Let me know if you can't. If you can't, just type the name of the guy you want, and I'll pick him for you there. Do you like that trade, T. Higgins?
So we got Pittman and 2 27 first rounders.
2 27 first rounders, yeah. For
I don't think that's bad.
Yeah, I mean they're 27, but
yeah,
either way, Either way, I would say like the Higgins side, I'm fine with it on a contender, and if I'm rebuilding or if I'm want to just get some future value, then I'm fine with the Pittman 227 first there. Yeah, all the teams own their original first this year. Interesting. Got Xavier Restrepo off the board. Did Alec go? Isle Manor? I really like. I mean, going to the Chiefs, I know people don't love that, but he's still a second round pick. So I think I would snag him there. And then, okay, Bashal Tootin went. I'm going to take my boy Kyle Williams. I've been falling in love more with Kyle Williams. Like he's a lot of fun. I'm interested if the Titans target him to pair him back because him and Cam Ward played together for a couple of years at Washington State. I'm curious if the Titans target him somewhere in this draft, the second or third round, and potentially pair him up. So, where would Dart rank in next year's draft class? The issue with next year's draft class is like a lot of the top quarterbacks could stay another year. Like I think the only like top prospect right now that's like guaranteed to come out is Drew Allar from Penn State. And people thought he was going to come out this year.
What about the LSU quarterback?
Oh, he might be as well. Like Nussmeier? Yeah, Garrett Nussmeier. Yeah, I think he's eligible too. There's definitely a couple more, but I was thinking more like I like the DJ Giddens pick. I kind of wish I picked him. I was thinking more from what's his face that just transferred to UCLA, and then Arch Manning. I think both those guys are like top 2 for the 26 class, but they can both stay another year. And I really do think Arch Manning is staying another year. Just feels like he's going to. Go ahead and take Jalen Royals here. Nope, he's already gone. Someone took him. Oh, he went all the way in the middle of the third round, or beginning of the third round. I'm off here. Terrence Ferguson. I like the value here for Ferguson. Probably Goddard one more year, and then Ferguson can step in and be the tight end for the Eagles. And then I'll take my boy Savion Williams. And going to the 49ers, man, that's their new Debo right there. That is their new Debo. So yeah, that's the issue with knowing where he would rank next year, to be completely honest. I mean, if those other two guys came out, the issue with Arch Manning is like everyone's talking about him being the number 1 pick. He's thrown less than 100 passes in his career. So, like there's still a lot that we need to see from him. Saint Steelers in the mix. I think Dart Towers pick it, but Matt Corral was more talented in my opinion. Yeah, where's Matt Corral these days? Is he in like the CFL or something? He
UFL?
is. UFL, yeah.
I don't know where he's at.
Birmingham, UFL. Late 26 and 1 and 20. So 1 late 26 and 127 or Garrett Wilson. So 2 firsts or Garrett Wilson. One of them's late. We assume it's kind of hard to assume. 26 and 27. What are you taking here? Let's say they're both late. Firsts.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd be a little hesitant, I guess. I don't think you're going to replace the production with that late 26. You're not going to. I mean, Garrett Wilson, I think you've seen his ceiling, but is he good for 100 passes a year catching? Yeah, I'd say so. I don't know. Yeah. I'd be a little hesitant.
I'd be hesitant on that too, because I don't know if Garrett Wilson's one of those guys. And you're on the clock, by the way. I don't know if I would want to really put my future flexibility in jeopardy for Garrett Wilson at this point. There's normally when we talk about, we know this guy is good, he just needs to get targets or needs to get a quarterback. Garrett Wilson has had insane target share, like 147, 168, 154 targets. Like the guy's had 469 targets in 3 years. So he is getting the targets and he's still not putting up the numbers that quite what we're wanting, right? Is that on him? Is that on his quarterbacks? Could be a little bit of both. But are we super confident Justin Fields is going to take him to that next step? I know he did it with DJ Moore, but DJ Moore is a different wide receiver than Garrett Wilson. DJ Moore is one of those guys who he he can put up 1,300 yards on less than 100 catches, where we've seen Garrett Wilson put up 100 catches, basically back-to-back years. Last year he had a 101, the year before 95. And, he's just gotten over 1,100 yards. So whereas DJ Moore, the type of receiver he is, 95 catches with Justin Fields for 1,350 yards. So I don't really see Garrett Wilson doing that. So I don't know. Like, I don't want to mortgage my future to flexibility for Garrett Wilson. So I would probably pass on that unless I was absolutely guaranteed that those were going to be late. Both of them are like going to be late, and it's always hard to predict those. I need to make a pick here. We'll just grab Tej Johnson, and we'll take some Torrey Horton. I always want to say junior. I don't know if he is a junior. 3 tight ends for Team 4. Yeah, I mean, it's a 1.25 tight end premium, so Colston Loveland, and then you got Mason Taylor, who, if I can get Mason Taylor in the 3rd round when he goes 51st overall to the Broncos in the tight end premium, I would love that. So, and then Terrence Ferguson, I think, was just a value pick there. But any other questions, guys? Leave them in. We'll hang out for another 5-10 minutes if we have questions. If not, we'll wrap it up. Appreciate everyone that stopped in. Don't forget to hit the like button. It just helps the algorithm and helps people watch it on replay and all of that. And yeah, we're there. We're getting there. So again, not going to go live again until Monday. Saturday morning, our normal Saturday morning is not going to happen this weekend. And then Easter, we're going to pass on going live on Easter evening. So next time we're going to be live is Monday. Don't know exactly the time, but I will let everyone know if you're in the Discord earlier in that day. We're going to go live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday after the NFL draft, which is probably right around this time, I would say, 3 hours or so.
It's usually after 8 o'clock that it ends.
Yeah.
West Coast time.
And then I know Friday starts a little earlier, but they have 2 rounds. So I think it kind of finishes around the same time. How many teams start a rookie this year? Are you talking about quarterbacks? Like how many rookie quarterbacks? 4?
The whole year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say 4 or 5. Well, it depends. Yeah. It actually kind of depends on. First, they got to be like the number 2 quarterback. So, guys like Milroe and so I think a minimum Dart, Sanders, and Ward will start. Then after that, it's like, I don't know. You have to see how guys do in training camp.
Yeah.
Kyle McCord, Will Howard.
Yeah, it's going to depend where those guys go. Because if they're like 5th, 6th, 7th round picks, I mean, they're not even guaranteed to be the QB2 on their team. So, and there's a very good chance they won't be. Now, if a team takes one of those guys in like the 3rd or 4th round, I would assume they're taking them to be like their QB2. But I mean, the number's at 3.5. Like if you had to bet, right, they're going to set the number at 3.5. So it's like, are you taking the over there?
I would.
I'd probably take a chance and assume one of those guys you mentioned get a start. A start is different though than playing, so we got to keep that in mind. But yeah, just too many injuries happen to not like you're already kind of guaranteed 3 starting. There's too many injuries that happen to not take the over there, I guess. So I would say 4. Yeah. Hopefully the first round's good. I don't know. It could be. Do want to prepare everyone. Like it could be not as exciting for fantasy as we think. Like I know we're getting guaranteed. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. man, I really only like guarantee like 5 or 6 fantasy positions going in the first round. It's Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Ashton Genty. I'd say Ted McMillan, Tyler Warren. Um, it's like guarantees, right? Am I missing someone? Like I don't guarantee Shador Sanders or Jackson Dart. I don't guarantee Omarion Hampton. I mean, Matthew Golden might be the next one, him or Loveland.
Loveland,
Yeah.
Golden, the speed I think is
Yeah,
the thing with him. The under 4.3.
definitely not guaranteed though. But yeah, it's likely. Where would we rank Kenneth Walker with these rookies? Um, I have a sneaky gut feeling like Kenneth Walker is going to be a top 5 running back this year. Um, so let's see here. Definitely Genty's over Walker, Hampton's over Walker, probably Travion Henderson, depending on where he goes. Quinshawn Judkins, if he gets a good landing spot, could be ranked over Walker, and I would cut it off there, I think. Now, if Dylan Sampson, who I'm high on, goes to a really good team in the second round, or Caleb Johnson, then maybe. But I would say right around RB 3, 4, right in that range. So tough to know exactly without knowing exactly where they go and when they go. But I'd guarantee. I mean, Genty and Hampton are already ahead of them according to the community. Henderson is also ahead of them by a couple spots, but it's close. So, yeah.
For running backs to play a lot, they got a pass block.
Yeah. They do.
And it's not having the physical ability, it's knowing, okay, know your assignment. So it's not just stepping up in the hole and hitting the linebacker or the blitzing safety or something like that. You got to know on which side and where. You got to recognize blitzes and stuff like that. So for these guys to be, for Hampton and the rest of these running backs, they need to know their assignments.
Yeah.
They're not get their quarterback killed.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they do. They absolutely do. So, what would you prefer here in a 14 team? So, and then we'll head out after this. We got, so essentially think of it as the 205, 208, 308, no, 310, right? Or a 26 first, the 108 through the 114? Is that what you're saying, Marvin? Oh, your 26 first, which is going to be the 108 through the 114. So would you rather 3 picks in this draft? So you're getting the let's say the 205, 208, and the 310, or a 26 first that's probably going to be late. It's tough. I think I still lean the first, to be honest, just because of the trade value of it. So I think I would still lean the first. You agree with that, or do you want the 3 picks in this draft?
I don't know. I think I'd like a first rounder, of course. I think you can 14 man 203 man.
So it's the 205, 208, and 310. If that was like, if I could guarantee to be
okay, yeah, I'm seeing it now. I'd be wanting those first rounders.
Yeah, just one first rounder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would still want it. If one of those picks was guaranteed, like it was a top like 13, 14 pick, I would be okay with it. But 3 seconds, yeah, I would be fine with 3 seconds over a first next year. But I would really like if one of those, because your best pick is the 17th pick, if I'm doing the math right. 14 team, 201's 15, 202. Yeah. So if I could get one, if I would really like one of those seconds to be a top 15 pick. I think a good player is going to fall in the top 15, but I would be okay with 3 seconds, like Nick said. You'd be okay with it. But anyways, we are gonna head out. Appreciate everyone, and we will see you all Monday. Hopefully, everyone, if you celebrate, has a good Easter. If not, just have a good normal weekend then. And we will we'll see you all Monday for draft week. Take care.